time for a little impromptu-ness. Coming on to make some charms. So we'll see how this goes. Of course, I didn't tell anyone I was coming on. So, because I didn't know, y'all. I didn't know I was coming on. So, for those of you that are new to the channel, this channel is all junk journal related. And when I come on right now is a bit haphazard. But if you want to be notified when I come on, make sure that you hit the notification button after you subscribe, of course. And as you come in, go ahead and hit that thumbs up because you're going to enjoy. So I'm going to already state up front that this is going to be a chatty video. So get ready for it. This is like a Saturday evening relaxing chatty video. So at the time of this recording, it is Saturday. So hello there, Kathy. Thank you for joining me, girlfriend. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Okay, so I have some stuff on my desk that I just need to put away. I actually had these beads out because, well, I had them packed away because I had them for another project, but I'm going to use them for this project today, which is, oh, let me just show you all. Hey, Jamie. I'm going to be making some book charms. Yay, look at that, y'all. These are pretty. This is pretty. This is one of the best book charms I've made. And so I'm going to be using some of these beads in here. So before we get started, how are you all doing? How you all's doing? I'm doing good. I can't complain. Life is good. And I'll probably have a few stories to tell you all today too. Thank you, Kathy. And hello there, Mary. Hey, hey, hey. I'm glad you're here. You know what? My chat is kind of cut off. Oh, there we go. Texas. Yay. We got Texas in the house. We're going big on the charms because you know how it is in Texas, even though I don't live in Texas. Got to go big in Texas. Hey, fam. How are you doing this evening? I'm glad to see you here. Yeah, we're going to make some junk journal jewelry. Because junk journal jewelry is always fun to have on your junk journal. Because if you've been watching me, you know I'm kind of a tactile kind of person. So I love playing with the things that are hanging off of my junk journal. Yeah, I did have these kind of separated, but I'm not going to separate everything this right now, of course. Hello, Wamsley Designs. How are you doing today? Y'all, this was kind of a lazy day for me. I will say I did do some work this morning. I got straight up. I did some work because I was kind of feeling like groggy. You ever wake up and you feel like groggy? And you just, it's like, I don't really feel sick. I just feel groggy and I don't want to do anything. So let me start working and I'll be fine. I used to tell that to my kids, like when my kids said that they weren't feeling good. Because, you know how kids are. Sometimes they just want to get out of going to school. So they would say that they were, not feeling good. But, I checked them out, everything. There was no sniffle, no snot running all over the place, And the heat, the temperature was okay. And I would tell them, look, I said, go to school. And if you're still not feeling good after an hour or so, I'll come and pick you up or whatever. Because I was working for myself then too, so I could basically, just stop what I was doing and come and get them. And of course, they usually would be at school all day and it would be fine. Because, sometimes you just got to get going. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all, I'm keeping all these bags, so let me put these bags away here. Okay, so we can get this show on the road. So I took out a few things for this, and as I always say, this is not a tutorial, but I'm going to try to go over everything so you can kind of see what I am doing. And I have a lot of stuff, so I don't know. I'll just pull a few things out. So y'all have 1,002,553.5 buttons, okay? I shipped those kids out the door. Yes, ma'am, I shipped them out the door. And to this day, they have developed that philosophy for themselves and their own children. Ship them out. Okay, so I have a few buttons. Y'all, this is like just a tip of the iceberg on the buttons here. If y'all need some buttons, you need to go over to pleasantcreations.com and get yourself some buttons. So these particular buttons, I kind of split them up. I put like the creamy and the white colors in one container, and then I put like everything else in this container, because those were the only containers that I had available at the time. And so I'm going to use some of these buttons. And I also will say that, y'all, I don't know if these buttons are vintage. I always wonder when people list their buttons as vintage, how do they know if they're really vintage buttons? They don't know. So I suspect the majority of these are vintage, depending on your definition of vintage. And some of them might be newer, but I don't think so, because people don't save buttons like they used to. That's all I'm saying. I remember when I was younger, I had an aunt that I lived with. She was actually my grandmother's aunt, and I lived with her until she passed away. And she had like a big can, you know, one of them Crisco cans. Y'all remember those Crisco cans? They used to be made out of metal. So we had a Crisco can and was full of buttons, because back then they didn't throw anything away. But you know, now it's not like that. So I'm actually taking out 2 sets of buttons here, and I'm not really paying attention too much to like colors. I'm not doing like the matchy thing. It ain't that kind of game today. I'm just taking out a few buttons. Let's see what we're going to work with today. Yeah, I think let's do a different one on this one. Got some big buttons, some small buttons, buttons. It drives me crazy when I hear people say button. Like they leave some of the letters out of the word. And it's not supposed to be intentionally silent. Okay. I don't need a lot of buttons. Okay, let's put these over here to the side. I'll try not to hit the mic too much, but y'all know how it is in my ecosystem. So y'all make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, okay, for fantastic conversations with Lizzie. Yeah, is anybody crafting at the moment? Am I the only one? Y'all really taking my time too, since nobody knows I come on and YouTube notifications are slow as all get out. It takes a while for everybody to get noticed. Y'all, let me put my old lady glasses on, because this particular mission, I know I need to see how big some of these holes are, because if they're too small, I don't think I'm going to be able to use them. But we'll see. We're just going to take out a few things. So you're cooking. Girl, what you cooking? Because I ain't cook anything. I might be hungry. I might have to come to your house. Might have to come to your house for a little din. Okay, and I also wanted to use some game pieces, because y'all know I like using game pieces. I am going to, crafting is cooking. I mean, cooking is crafting too. It could be, huh? So I'm just going to take out some of these. I'm taking out some dominoes, because I like using the dominoes, y'all. And I just got my hands on some more dominoes like this. I like the ones that kind of have, I don't know what these are made out of, resin or something like that. I'm not sure, but these are the ones that I like playing around with. And let's see. I'm going to, y'all know, I have drawers full of game pieces. Oh, steak and rice and asparagus. I might eat the rice and asparagus, and maybe a little bit of steak, but I mostly eat vegetarian, and but sometimes I eat meat, so I don't judge, and your steak is probably delicious. So I'm gonna do like some of these. I'm kind of mimicking what I did on this one here. And I'm gonna use like a letter on here. I put an E on here because my intention was to use this for me, but I don't know, because sometimes, you know, I don't always use the stuff I make for myself. I don't always use for myself. Okay, and I have like some small buttons. Also, just to let y'all know, I might not be looking at the camera, but because the chat is a little bit over that way, so I'm kind of looking over that way to look at the chat. Oh, your youngest is a vegetarian? Oh, that's pretty cool. I know that's hard when you have like a little kid that's a vegetarian, because they're probably like, I'm not going to eat that cow. Why you got that in the house? They make you feel guilty, right? All right, so let's take a few small buttons out. And I separated these two into small buttons. And okay, so also let's use, let's look inside here and see what we have that I might want to use. I think not this case. Y'all, aren't these game pieces are so yummy, right? I even like just picking through some of these and just playing around with them. Why don't we change one of these out? We'll change one of our dominoes out and put that in. And I think I'm gonna take out one of my trinominos. Y'all used to love playing that game when I was a kid. Trinominos. I know I'm saying it wrong. And let's see. Let's look in this one here. And I think, oh, I have one on my desk. I'm going to use one of these. This is from an Othello game. I'm going to use that. And I think that's enough for each one. So I have lots of beautiful, charming pieces. Maybe one more piece. Let's see. I don't know. What should I put on? I do like using the game pieces for sure. Oh, let's use some of these like I did on the other one. These were from a game called Concentration back in the day. I mean, like even almost before my time, but I think they still have that game, Concentration. So let's use those. All right, so those are all our pieces. And also, I don't know how long this is going to take me to do, so I'm just warning y'all ahead of time. This might be a little bit of a long video. And I forgot to ask you all if you could hear me okay. So y'all let me know if the volume is okay for you. I hope so. I know when I'm watching things on my laptop, I can barely hear, but it's the laptop, because it's very crappy sound. All right, so I have my little cutting board that I bought for 50 cents. I finally took my little tag off of here. And I'm gonna drill some holes. So I also have my I have my drill, but I forgot to put my battery back on because I didn't want the battery to die while we were on here. Okay, good. Thank you, Kathy. So let me. All right, we're ready. Yeah, I got a really good screwdriver. Because I had a screwdriver before, and y'all, I didn't realize the batteries went out, so I had to buy a new one. Because sometimes it's just not worth trying to find batteries for old ones. I'm concentrating. Did that go all the way through? Nope. And what was I saying? Oh, I didn't realize, hey Rachel, I didn't realize how much screwdrivers cost. And I was like, I didn't really want to buy this one, but it was on sale. And I was like flabbergasted. But I mean, it wasn't like top of the line, but it's Craftsman, so I figured it would last for a while. And then my mom and my brother told me a factoid that I didn't know is that Craftsman, sometimes they'll replace things if they don't work or if the parts don't work. And I was like, I didn't know that. But I don't, now I don't know if they still do that because Craftsman used to be a Sears brand. That's a factoid for y'all. Y'all probably don't even care about that. And I don't blame you. Alright, so we got some holes for that, and we need a hole for this one. So as you can see, this makes it very easy to put holes in things. So let's see. On these little plastic pieces, I have to be careful because sometimes they'll crack. So hopefully we're not going to get any crackage. Alright, that's good for that one. We got this piece here. I was just going to come on with y'all and just drill holes, but that's no fun. Nobody wants to just drill holes. Hey, Miss Kelly. Because I have tons of pieces to drill holes. Alright. So we got our little hole in that. Y'all see the little hole? And I also got some drill bits that will go through metal as well. So, and I tested it out and they work, which is fantastic. So, ooh, wait a minute, we're going the wrong way. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So y'all, have y'all anybody been to Michael's lately? I want to hear your opinion before I tell y'all my Michael's story. I want to hear your opinion about Michael's craft store. If anybody has been there lately, y'all let me know. Alright, so I think I'm done with this actually. Let me put that out the way. And I'm keeping this here for a reason because I'm going to need this. And so the next thing I need is my We Are Memory Keepers. Oh, you were there today. Do you have any particular opinions about Michael's these days? It might be just our Michael's here. But I'm gonna tell you my opinion about our Michael's. So I'm gonna do some holes in these pieces. Y'all, when I was first doing like the drilling holes and stuff, I actually took the drill to drill a hole in this, and it's like cardstock. And I was like, oh, I could just use my my eyelet setter. That made a whole lot more sense. A whole lot more sense. Oh, Mary said you were going to go today, but you haven't left yet. Oh, now you can't go because you're here with me, so we're going to be on for a while. So Mary's opinion is too high. All right, so I need y'all. I kind of knew the things I needed, but I purposefully didn't take everything out because I just would have had too much stuff. Plus, I have a lot of things are like right next to me. I tried to put the things I use the most close to me. So all I have to do is reach in a drawer and get it. So it's not that I'm totally not prepared, but I'm just didn't take everything out. All right. So I'm just putting these eyelets in, but this is how I do it because they're so small and fitly. I just kind of turn them over. I gotta make sure I stay on the camera because I know I am not on cam. Let's put you guys over here and you guys over here on that side. And I just usually just put them upside down and then I put my piece on here. And that's just easier for me to do it that way. All right, and then, okay, so I'm going to tell y'all my opinion. Well, first of all, I was like sitting here and I was like, I want to come on. Well, I wanted to do these charms, some book charms. I just got a wild hair and I decided that's what I wanted to do. For no reason, I said I want to make some book charms. But I didn't have everything that I needed, so I knew I needed to go to the store. Well, I probably could have used something here, but you know, I had specifically in my mind I wanted to use something different. And so I got up and I went to the store. Plus I was kind of bored and I really wanted to come on and play with you guys. Okay, so I'm going to put one over there and one over there. And so I went to Michael's, and I'm going to tell you all, I don't think I've been to Michael's in 2020. Honestly, I've been to Joann's and I've been to Hobby Lobby, but I haven't been to Michael's because, you know, with the whole coronavirus thing and when the virus first came out, I was kind of terrified to go out and stuff. But then I was just like, let me turn this camera just a little bit. So I was kind of terrified at first, but I'm okay now going into the stores and whatnot. So I haven't been there for a while. So first thing I noticed when I went in there, I was like, where's all the sales at? Because usually, you know, everything is on sale because, you know, their prices are very high, like Mary said. And I was just like, okay, they don't have any sales, barely any sales going on. And also, it doesn't look like they're really stocking up that much. I don't know if they're just not selling that much stuff or what. And y'all, let me see. I'm going to tell y'all how long I made this. Let me get my tape measure. I'll tell you about how long I made this. Probably about, I did this one, the strings. I used 2 strings and they're like about 24 inches. So I wanted it to be long enough to tie things off and still have enough strings to have a little bit of strings hanging at the bottom. Just in case y'all wanted to know. I know people like to know exact stuff. And also, this is, I believe this might be between 8 and 10 millimeters. They don't say on here, but it took me a long time to find the cording that I wanted. And this cording I found in the jewelry section. And this is the Hildy and Joe cording, but you could probably get some on Amazon if you don't have a craft store in your area. So and also another thing about this is I think these are made kind of nylon. I wanted to say I think they have like some kind of wax in it, but I think it's nylon, and that's going to be important, and you'll know why in a little bit. Hey, April. Okay. And Fam says she hasn't been to, she says she hasn't been to Michael's in a few years. You go, girl. I don't blame you. You don't need to go. So anyway, so the prices are already high. They didn't really have any sales going on. And then, you know, I have like the coupons on my telephone. And yeah, I'm going to use 2 different colors. I'm going to use the gold color and like the creamy color that's on here. I picked these colors because they were kind of like, I want to say a little bit kind of neutrals or gold or jewel tones. So that's why I picked these. And so they probably can go on any journal. So, because you know I did buy some more in some different colors, but I wanted to use this because I like these. I like this a lot. And it was relatively inexpensive as well. Hey, Pauline. Long time no see. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm trying to tell the story in the middle of telling y'all what I'm doing. So Kathy says that she's been disappointed at Michael's. Me too. I've been very disappointed. So I'm going to put these 2 strings together and then I'm going to fold them in half so I can have like 4 kind of strings here. And you'll see they're all kind of crimped because they were around that card, but I have a fix for that. Okay, so the next thing I need is some jump rings. So I have some jump rings in here somewhere. See, this don't even belong in here. And actually I can use this, replace that. Okay. Let me just take all that stuff out. And so I need like kind of a big jump ring, but it doesn't have to be astronomical at this point. And you'll see why. And I'm actually using some jump rings that I don't like too much too, if I can find them. I know you're in here. That's kind of small though. Let's not. What did I use for this one? Oh yeah, I did use that. Okay. Okay. Just put that up there for the moment. Okay, so I'm going to use that jump ring, and y'all got to concentrate on this part. So Miss Kelly says she used a coupon and she still spent $50. Girl, I don't buy anything in any of those stores without a coupon, okay? Nothing. But I had already made my mind up. I was like, I'm going to splurge a little bit because I had, I had been working hard and I made me some extra dollars. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to splurge. But I kind of knew in my mind that wasn't going to happen because I'm kind of cheap. So I'm like, when I got in there, I'm like, if I can't use a coupon or it's not on sale, I'm not going to get it. Because that's how I roll. So yeah, I'm just kind of putting this on this ring here. And I didn't put it in a knot, but I kind of put it in a loop. So I don't know if y'all can see that. I know the my camera is not fancy smancy, so the focus doesn't go up and down. So I'll try to make it so that the ends will be kind of even, but if they're not that even, then I'll just adjust it a little bit. And gotta do that again. Hold on, you all. This is like chewing bubble gum and jumping up and down and rubbing your stomach and patting your head at the same time. I know y'all tried to do that when you were a kid, probably as an adult as well, and it probably didn't work out that well. Hey, listen, people. Here we go. It's kind of fiddly when you're working with a little bitty loop. Hold on. Let me get this. All right, here we go. Gotta make sure I hold on to this. Why isn't this working for me? There we go. All right, hold on. Let me adjust these so they can be almost even. These two. Gotta hold on to this. There we go. All right, they're a little uneven, but anywho. All right, okay. All right, I cracked me up too, Kathy. Am I gonna get through this story? I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so what I'm doing is, because while you're working on this, it's hard to, like, this thing just moves around too much when you're trying to do stuff. So I kind of jerry-rigged a clip here that I have, and I'm just going to clip it on the side of this. You can clip it on anything to just try to keep it in place, but this is like, y'all look at all these dice. Aren't these dice all yummy? Hey, Betty. These some yummy dice, but I'm not using the dice today, but I was, and then I didn't, but they're still on my desk. But anyway, so I'm clipping this on the edge of here, and then I have like just some regular clips, and I'm just going to clip this on here, and then I just had to find a way to put this on here and keep it steady, and then it kept coming off, so I put another clip to make it stay. Okay, so you got to kind of jerry rig your stuff together. I am not a gambler. Y'all, I don't like gambling at all. I don't like losing my money. Y'all have to work too hard for my little ducks. Mm-mm. That's what we used to call them when we were kids. We used to call money duckies. So y'all know all my kids' stories. Okay, back to Michael's. Okay, so I went to Michael's. I wanted to splurge a little bit. We already said that. I went in. They didn't have hardly any sales in there, and also they had very light inventory. Like they didn't have a lot of inventory. They had changed the store around, and it was just kind of the whole shebang was a bit wishy-washy in my opinion. So, okay. The next thing I'm going to do before I move on with the story is I'm going to take one of my big buttons, and this button just has like one loop on the back, but you know, you can use any button that you have. And I'm going to just try to take one button at a time. Hopefully this loop is big enough for all four of these to fit through. But I think even if I just put two on here, it will be okay. So let's see if I can get them all in here. Oh, there's something else I want to do first. I have like my lighter, because this is where the nylon comes to play. Because this is nylon, I'm going to kind of burn the ends because they kind of unravel when I was doing this. So, and I'll just give it just a little bit of heat and rub it together. And if you have to cut some off, you can. And that'll keep it from unraveling. And it still doesn't look too shabby. Let me see if I can show y'all. Let me see. Where is my focus at? I don't even know. Hold up, you all. I'm not on it today. Alright, so let's see. There we go. So I don't know if y'all can see where I burned the edge. And it's not even discolored that bad, so I did all of my little edges like that. So let's just make sure our focus is back. Because nobody wants to be watching an unfocused thing. Hey, Gretchen. Yeah, I'm concentrating so I don't burn anything up. Ow. That's the first time I burned my finger, though. When I'm saying burn anything up, I mean like my fingers. Alright. And let's do these other three. Now, I don't know how people do like beadwork with, you know, like fat pieces of thread like this, but I had a hard time doing it without burning the ends, so that's what I had to do. Alright. And that should be good to go. Now let's stick these on here. It will be easier to stick them through. And I'm going to stick all of these through here if I can, if it's not too fat. Let's see if I can stick them all through. I don't know. Oh, I wanted to ask you all too. Like for the last few videos, I've actually had like my face on here. And I know it takes up a little bit of space on the screen or whatever. But do you all prefer that, or do you prefer just seeing like the desk? How do y'all feel about that? Inquiring minds would like to know. Okay, I don't think all four of these are gonna go in here. Sometimes you have to fiddle with stuff. Get in there. Get in there. Let me see. I'm looking for some tweezers. I have 1,002,053 tweezers, so I should have at least one. Oh, drats. Sometimes threading buttons is not for the faint at heart. Let's just put it that way. See if I can grab it. There we go. And I have one more, but I don't know if it's going to fit in here. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get it in here. Well, thank you, Gretchen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Mary says she likes seeing the creator I'm going to say the creator. So I won't sound narcissistic. Okay, I'm not going to get this one in here. I already know. Okay, but that's okay. Because what I want to do is just put this all the way to the top. Make this my top one to kind of hold everything together. Put this stuff out the way. Try not to gather up too much stuff on this desk. I'm going to need this though. And then I'm going to put a knot behind here. See if I can get the knot right this time. You know, it's nothing worse than when you're trying to show somebody stuff and things don't go right. You're like, I just did that. Crappity crap. Okay. So, and I'm using, this is actually a, what do you call these things? Scoring tool. And they came in a pack of 3. It's the We Are Memory Keepers. And I'm just using these because you can use like a screwdriver or something like that, but you can move it's easier to move your knots where you want them to be if you have like something inside of the knot, if that makes sense. So I just use these for that purpose. All right, so now that's not going to come out, and that's going to be the top. That's going to be the top of our little tassel here, so to speak, or our book jury. All right, so we got 4 pieces that we can fill up with loveliness now, finally. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to kind of lay things out how I would like them to be. Kind of maybe on this side. Oh, I got to put some jump rings on too. So maybe put a button on that side. Maybe put something over here. I don't know. I'm kind of winging it, but I want to have enough room at the bottom. Okay, I think. All right, if all these pieces go on here, I don't know. I don't know if they're all going to go on here. But what I do want to do on these pieces where I put some holes in, I'm going to put some jump rings on there because things just flow better when they have a jump ring. And I'm getting better at working with these dang on jump rings because they're kind of fitly as well. So move some of this stuff out the way. So y'all even took like a seashell. Y'all got the seashell at the beach here. But I haven't been to the beach this year. And this is from a Words Up game, which I used to love playing as well. We got Monopoly, houses. Of course, checkers. A little checker piece here. Alright. But they're all in my way. I don't need those right now. Alright. We're looking for jump rings. Okay. We'll probably need like a significant size to go around that one. And I'm going to put another small jump ring on there too. So it'll have some movement. And this one's going to need a bigger one. Let's see. That's not going to be big enough. And I'm trying to resist the urge to like save stuff because I'm like, I don't want to use that size jump ring, but y'all, these are so dang on cheap. They're easy to find too. Let's see. There's no need for me to save. I need some more this size though. Nope, can't use that one. Okay, I know. Y'all tired of me looking. But y'all gotta hold on. Y'all need to be patient, okay? Just be patient with me while I'm looking. Because my eyeballs are not that good, so I have to pick up everything and look and see what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, and I need one for that one too. Alright, and I'll do like a small one there. Okay. Okay, I think I have all I need for this one. Alright, bye Gretchen. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. And okay, back while I'm doing this, while I'm putting these on, back to the Michael story. All right, so I find a few things. I did find they had Tim Holtz. Um, they had distressed inks. They had all the Tim Holtz stuff was 50% off. Like that never happens. They usually have like 40% off or whatever. I guess sometimes they do. But so I did take advantage of that because I have, the coupon thing on my telephone, and I looked on my telephone, and y'all, the only coupon that was showing was 20% off your entire purchase. So I'm like, let me scroll up. Nope. Scroll down. Nope. I was like, where the coupons at? Because usually you can find like lots of coupons on there. Nope, not this time. I should have put this on while I had it open. My life. And so I was like very shocked. So I said, okay, that's okay, because they matched Joanne coupons. So I looked to see what Joanne had, and Joanne had a 50% off coupon. So I had one thing that was regularly priced. So I was like, okay, I can use that on the regularly priced item, which was it was $12.99 because I was gonna buy some matte medium, and I was like, okay, I'll buy that. So I got up to the register, and to my surprise, I said, I have a coupon from Joann's. And the girl was like, we don't take those. And I was like, clutch the pearls. I was like, you don't take Joann's coupons anymore? I said, nope, we don't do that anymore. So on top of, they don't hardly have any sales. They don't have that much stuff in stock. Now they don't have hardly any coupons. The prices are still high. They ain't brought no prices down. And they don't match with Joann's coupons. So the lady was like, she says, are you a rewards member? I said, yeah. I said, but this will probably be the last time I come into Michael's. I said, because if they don't have no coupons and those prices are high like that, I don't need to be going into Michael's now. I just said that off the cuff, but I probably will just to look for stuff. But that's going to be like my very last choice, is to go into Michael. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe they hardly had any coupons. And I think that 20% off only lasts to the end of the day. Then they might have something else, but I was like, that's nothing, 20% off. Where is the other coupons? Where they at? Where, people? And when I say they didn't have any other coupons, that's the only coupon that showed up on my telephone, was the 20% off. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. Okay, I don't want to use that. It's the wrong kind here. Y'all, if y'all have any questions for me, let me know, because I know I don't want to bore y'all to death, okay? While I'm opening and closing these jump rings, because it's not that easy for me, I have to say. And I also want to say, if you all want to share what you're doing, you can join us over in our Facebook group, which is Junk Journal Buddies. Yay! The link is in the description, but the name is Junk Journal Buddies. And all right, come on, thingy. I am getting better at working with these jump rings, but as you can see, it's still a little bit of a process for me to make sure. I'm trying to make sure everything's closed, because you want stuff to be secure. All right, so that one's good. Next, this time I'll do this a little bit easier. I did it easier when I was off camera, but y'all be distracting me, so I can't help it. So I'm going to open up this large jump ring here. And also, you don't want to pull your jump rings apart. You just want to kind of do like this. You don't want to do like that, because it's harder to get them back together if you do it that way. Let me put the little jump ring on here this time. And we're gonna put our, this was a travel Scrabble game piece. Oh, you missed how I did the top of it? I'll do it again because I have another one out, so I could do another tassel. I call them tassels, but they're not tassels. They are book charms. Alright, so we got 2 on there. See, I got everything all mixed up again anyway, so let me just move all this stuff out the way because I'm out of control. And I'm going to put on here. Oh, do I need this big one on here? Probably not. Whatever. What the hey? What the hey? Which reminds me of Moana and the chicken named Hey Hey. I love that chicken. Hey Hey. Let me open this up a little more. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Y'all, I couldn't even, like, as a tutorial, I couldn't even do this any faster, I don't think. I would have to do this as an edited video because it's just not that easy for me. Okay, so now I'm going to start with this guy here. And I'm going to put him on the, let me show y'all what I did. On these pieces, I put 2 jump rings. So I have a large one, and it's hard to see. And I have like a little tiny one. Let me get the focus. Okay, y'all see the little tiny one there? So I'm going to put the string through this little tiny one here. Alright. Just so y'all know. There's also a little gnat around here. He's bugging me. And then I'm just going to pull this down a little bit, and I'm going to tie a knot in here. And I'm just going to pull my knot up a little bit. Take that off. And it doesn't even have to be like a double knot because it's not going to come loose. So that's the first piece there. And this next one, I'm going to take another string, and hopefully this is going to go through here because I burned the edges. Yep, it went through perfectly. And I'm going to take a little, I want to do this, or maybe let's put this bead on here. Now I can't really tie a knot here because the hole is too big, so I'm going to put a button at the end to keep this from going any place. So I have a button and it has like 2 holes in it. You guys can see. Mr. Focus, don't play with me. So it has 2 holes, and then I'm going to go through the back first and then go back down through the second hole, and then I'm going to use my scoring tool again to move the button because it's easier that way. And this is going to keep the beads from falling off of here, because once this tightens down, it's not going to move. Alright, so that's where that's at. And then every now and then I'll take this off and then kind of hold it up and check to see if everything is where I want it to be. And so far, so good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, let's put one of these beads on. Hopefully this will go through. Yay. I was going to get like maybe like some leather cording, but it was too fat. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to use the cording. Alright, and then this one, let's use, now this, I don't know if it's going to go through. Wish me luck, y'all. This one might not wake. Nope. This one's too tiny, so I can't use that. So let's put that one back. Let's see. Let's use, now this is going to be hard too because it's kind of hollow on the inside. So this has to go like straight through. It worked. Yay! It worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. Okay. And then I'm going to put, for this one, I can't do a knot for this one because it has a small hole. So this knot is not going to go through the hole. So I'm going to move the knot using my little tool here, which again you can use like a screwdriver or a pin or something like that, something that's kind of straight. All right, so I want my knot to be about right there. Okay, so let's take this off and I'm just going to hold it up to see how this is looking so far. Okay, that's looking good so far. And I'm going to put this back on here. Put this up here. My jerry-rigged thing here. Oh, Kathy said that Moana is her favorite Disney movie. I love Moana. I could watch that over and over again. I like cartoons. All right, so I think I want a button. Another button. So let's pull some buttons out. And maybe I don't really have to worry about saving buttons because I have a million of them. How many people have 1,253,000 buttons? Y'all raise your hands. Hey, Miss Shannon, how you doing today? I enjoyed your live stream. I came on very, very late, but I was enjoying your glue book. You make me want to do glue books now. You have a whole container of the Rubik's Cube. Yeah, those are so cool. See, now you know what you can do with them. They look fantastic. They make fantastic dangles. All right. So I have to do this with the buttons because that it's not gonna move after this. But I mean, it's not tied on or anything, but unless you kind of really yank it, it's not gonna move. All right, so I'm going to do next. I'm gonna keep the same one, and I'm gonna put on my trinomino. It's a domino in a tri shape, so it's a trinominos. And I'm going to tie this. All right. Okay, so we have our trinomino on here, and let's see, let's do some more buttons. And I'm going to take this button. This one has like some fabric on it, which is kind of cool. It's small. Let's see if I can get this through here. You can make it. Oh, I see what's wrong. There's like a little piece in here, a little piece of plastic that's stopping it. So let's see. Let me see if I can kind of break through that plastic without breaking this. It's kind of a defective button, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. Here we go. So we got our little fabric button on here, and then I think I'm gonna use another one of these small buttons. Oh, I had a small button there to kind of stop this one from moving. And then I'm gonna go in from the back because this only has 2 holes. And then I know this is really hard to see. And there we go. And then we're going to move this where we want this to be. Maybe about right there. Alright, and that's not going to go anyplace. Alright, so this is where we are so far. Alright, so on this one, let's take our concentration gain. I have enough. Actually, this is nothing. These are only a few of the, but I have a huge bag of buttons. And I was like, I gotta start using these buttons some kind of way. You know, when you first start collecting things, it's like you just kind of you hoard them because you're like, I don't want to use it because if I use it, I'm not gonna have any more. And so that's kind of how things have been going. So I had all these buttons, and I may have used, you know, 1 or 2 buttons here or there, but yeah, we have a long way to go with the buttons. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, this white one here, and I'm going to use this pink button here. Use a larger button instead of that one. Use one of these white buttons, and I'm go in from the back, and then go down, and use this to move my, it's not really a knot, but let's see if we can move that. We don't want it to be in the way of our Rubik's Cube piece. Alright, and then we still have this piece to put on. So I think I'm going to put it on here. And yeah, I'm concentrating. Put a knot in here. Okay. Now, alright, so I think I have everything on here that I would like. And I still have a little bit of stringage here at the bottom, as you all can see. So, and instead of just leaving these, now this is the problem that I saw, is because these were wrapped around, they were wrapped around this cardboard, they have like this, they're kind of funkily bent, but because they're like nylon, what I decided to do, because I already tested this, of course, is I just took my lighter and I just lightly went over it, and that pretty much kind of ironed it out. I didn't have to do anything else. So I'm going to do this piece here. I hope I was on the screen when I was doing that. And then, so you see how bent up this one is? So I'm just going to take my lighter. If you have a smaller lighter, it will be good. This is the one I use for my candles. And I just kind of stretch it out a little bit. Of course, you don't want to burn it until it turns into a big flaming mess, of course. You just need a little bit of heat. And it'll also turn black if you leave it on there for too long. Okay. And then, so I could leave, now this one has a button at the end, so I might put a knot in there, but I'm going to put knots at the end. So like this one has knots at the end of it, and I like that. I'm not really worried about anything falling to the bottom, but I just feel like it has more of a finished look, so I'm going to put a knot here. And I'm just going to use this to move my knot. I learned to move the knot with this from Jessica Wrap. I know y'all can't see that. I was like, that's such a good idea. Don't we learn stuff from other people when we're watching? All right. And then again, I'm kind of stretching it so I know it's hard to see. All right, so I got that at the end. Put a knot there. Did I get him? I think I did. Doggone that, he's been bugging me because I have all these lights on, so. I got him. All right, now we're gonna move this. And we got one more. So it's cool if you have like a lot of game pieces, and all I'm using is game pieces and buttons. I was trying to figure out what else I could put on these, but you know, you could add more charms to it later if you wanted to. If you have some other types of charms, which I do, but I was like, this is enough. This is enough on these. All right, so now this is what it looks like, but it just has like this one loop here, one jump ring. So I'm going to put another jump ring on here. So let's move you guys out the way for a second. Let me find another jump ring. I'm going to give it kind of a larger jump ring. And also, where are you? Oh, a lobster claw. I'm going to put a lobster claw on this. So, let's open her up. And we're going to loop both of these at the same time because that just makes more sense. And then close it back up. And dun, 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 dun. There we have it. What do you all think? I like it. I like all the dangliness. It's hard to see on the camera because you have to lay things down, so you can't really see all the beautiful dangliness. Hold on, you all. What I'm doing. Maybe you can see it this way though, on the big camera. Let me see. I'm gonna just put me up on the camera so y'all can see. There we go. So y'all can see. This is what it looks like. And this is the one that I did off camera, but I'm gonna do another one so y'all see. It's kind of cool. See, that's what the bottoms look like with the knots in it. And that's pretty cool. And so all you have to do is just open up your lobster claw and connect it to wherever you want to put it at. Y'all was even thinking about like hanging these around the place and just hanging these around the studio instead of putting them on books, but you know, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna put these up in the shop. And so let's do another one. Yes, I plan to sell them. If you are interested in them, you can see this is a pretty involved process. So if you're interested in getting these, the best way, and I'm not going to type it in because, you know, I already get a lot of junk mail, but you can go, well, I should type it in. If you're interested, you can email me. Because I don't have it up in the shop yet. So once they go up in the shop, they're usually a little bit more. Shop here we go. Pleasant Creations Shop. Get Pleasant Creations with the S shop at gmail.com. I think I spelled this right. Y'all can't see with my glasses and I can't see without them. Pleasant Creation Shop.com. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, you could do like Christmas ones too. So that would be pretty cool. All right. I don't have any Christmas ornaments, but I do have like the little jingle bell thing. So I could put the jingle bells on there too for Christmas. All right, so I'm gonna do another one. So I'll try to show you how I tied them together a little bit better than I did before. So let's go down. Okay, I keep hitting the wrong thing. All right, where's the string? All right, so we're gonna get our string, and I'm gonna use the same colors again until I'll be running out of them soon, I'm sure, but whatever. All right, and I did these at about 24 inches. So I'm going to do one color. And I don't really have it marked on my desk, but this mat that I have on here is about 24 inches. So I'm just kind of roughly cutting it at that. And then let's get our other color, which is kind of like a gold color. Y'all make sure y'all get this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up for beautiful, beautiful book jewelry. Okay. So we have our 2 strings. All right, and I'm going to need, okay, and I have a jump ring. So it's already closed. I'm not going to open it. And this one is kind of it's not a big jump ring as you can see, but that's okay because I added like 2 more jump rings. This one is not closed all the way, but I'll close that. So I added 2 more jump rings. So for this one, I'm going to put this on. So I just want to kind of make sure these are kind of even. They are not even because I cut them separately, but that's okay. That doesn't matter. Okay, so I folded it in half. So that leaves me with a loop like that at the top. So the next thing I do is I stick that loop through the jump ring. And then this is where you got to make sure that you're holding on to that jump ring. So you got to hold on to it because if you don't, it's just going to be all cray-cray. And then I'm just going to open up the loop and pull the strings through. And I'm still holding the jump ring and then just pull it. And now I have a nice little knot here. Okay. Yep, you don't have to have a lobster claw. You can tie these on to your journal and then decorate it as well. So you don't have to do it that way. Oh. Okay. So let's see. Next, I'm just clipping this so I can hold this. Because it's just easier this way. Where's my other clip? Make sure this doesn't come off. So it's good if you can clip it onto something so you can pull it and move it around and all that good stuff. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put a big button. I'm going to use a big button. I'm going to use this one. Nice little gold button. Vintagey. Oh, before I do that again, I'm going to burn my ends because it just makes it easier to put these through because they're going to unravel. They're already unraveling. When I cut them, they started unraveling. So I'm just making sure we don't have that unraveling action. And at the same time, we're not trying to catch the house on fire. I'm trying to do this one faster since I'm not telling Michael's story now. Alright, so I'm going to try to get all 4 of these through this loop. So y'all wish me luck because it might not be big enough, but that's okay. I'm going to get as many through here because it's just one little hole. So I'm going to try to get as many through here as I can. I may not be able to get 2 in here. Get in here. Get in that hole, people. Let's try it. That doesn't want to go. Alright, y'all, hold on. She's concentrating. Alright, so we got another one through. So let's see if we can get a 3rd one through here. For real, wish me luck on that one. I don't know. And definitely, if I had not burned the ends of these, this would not go through. Because it would just unravel into nothingness. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that one through, but that's okay. Alright, so we got 2 of them in here. So what I'm going to do is just pull. I'm going to pull the button all the way to the top. And I'm going to tie a knot on the back. to keep that main button up here. And I'm just using my scoring tool again to move my knot, because you know y'all got big hands, so my fingers don't always want to go where they need to go. I'm trying to make it so that the knot is behind the button, and there we have it. So now we have the knot behind the button, and let me just turn this. There we go. All right, so that's what it's looking like now. So we have our 4 strings now, and we have some pieces that need jump rings. So let's put the jump rings on these. I already have a jump ring on there, but I'm gonna put a small one as well. So let me find some to put on here. And then we're gonna use some small ones. 2, 3. Woo! Okay. And then we need our tools. Y'all, I have like 2 of these. I've been trying to find like another set. These are more like these are from the jewelry section, of course, jewelry making section at the craft store. And I guess both of these are pliers, so because that's what makes it easy to kind of move things, because they have like a flat edge on them. I have some more. I just wanted to show you all what I was using. Like these have like the little rounded, this is like when you need to like make a circle type of thing. I'm not even gonna try to explain. So these, you can use this in this process too, but if you have like 2 sets of pliers, it makes it much easier. Because I definitely could not do this with my fingers. For one thing, the gauge of the lobster, the gauge of these jump rings are really heavy. So, and then I'm gonna put a little one on here, and let's put our Scrabble piece on here, and I'm gonna close it. As best as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to make sure it's closed so it won't like come through. Hey Vicky, thanks for joining us. All right, let's get another teeny tiny jump ring. Needs to go on here. Nope, not that one. Yeah, I bought the wrong kind of jump rings too, so some of them I keep putting back because I don't know how to use them. I can't even explain how they're made, so just understand. I have some jump rings that I haven't figured out how to use because they're not ordinary. Okay, and then this goes on here. All right, close that back up. And this is from Othello, an Othello game. I love that game too. I haven't played any games since my kids moved out, because I have a grown childrens now. So, and their kids are very small. Well, except for Slim, but Slim doesn't live here, so I could play games with Slim, but he's not here. I miss all my childrens. I miss seeing my kids. Hey, Beverly, it's your first time joining. We are making some book jewelry. Kind of. We're kind of making some book jewelry. What y'all want to talk about? Because today's been kind of boring for me. Oh, first time joining the live. All right. This one. Y'all was getting ready to use my scissors. I really don't think the scissors are going to work out for this. Don't try to use your scissors, people. Somebody might get hurt. Okay. All right. I got that one. Next. Open sesame. I don't know why it's so hard for me to hold these things. I need some training on how to use these. He said you can't get your kids moved out. Oh, I've been there, done that as well. And finally, everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. But I always told my kids, though, they can always come back home if they need to. But it's still nice when they're in their own space. For sure. Alright. Okay, I think I have all the jump rings on so we can start loading this up. So we'll start with this beautiful domino. Y'all like the colors on this domino too. It's like, actually, I think this is gray. I want to say it's like a kind of a green color, but I think it's more of a gray color. So just putting this on, and again I put 2 jump rings on here because then the pieces have a little bit more movement, you know, because they're kind of stiff if you just tie them on. So if you use a few jump rings, it gives it some movement. Alright, so that piece is on. And let us see if we can get this through here. Yep. Got some wonderful jewel tone beads here, which I love, love, love. All right, and so this one has a small hole, so I can give this a knot. Let me see where I want to put these at though. About right there. About right where I have the knot is fine. So I want them to hang down a little bit from the top, but not be too close. And on the next one, let's put this button here at the top. And let's see. I don't think I can. I think I tried to use one of these pieces and I wasn't able to. But let's try it anyway. Nope. You go back. You're no good to me. And but let's put this one on. And the hole is really big in that piece. So I'm going to use another button. Button. And y'all, this one is a little fat, so I'm going to make him smaller. I think he doesn't want to fit on anything. Oh, you guys were, see, we were just talking about playing games. You guys are playing games too. I don't have anybody to play game with. Y'all, I used to play games on Yahoo. I wonder if they still have the games on Yahoo. You could play for free and you could play with other people. I haven't done that in eons. I have to watch out though, because once I start playing games on the computer, it's like I'll be on there for 10 days. I remember I used to play the games on the computer and the kids would be like, "Mommy, we're hungry. Can you come fix us some food?" And I'd be like, "Okay, I'm going to come in a few minutes." And like 2 hours later, like, "Bobby, we're dying. We need to eat." And I was like, "Oh, I forgot all about y'all." So now I don't have to worry about feeding anybody but myself. So I really have to watch out. Alright, so let's just tie a knot in this one. And alrighty. And let's see. So all 4 of these have something on them. Let's put on this one. Let's put the Othello. on here. I'm just randomly picking stuff. You forgot about the Yahoo games? Me too. I forgot about the Yahoo games. Now everybody plays games on Facebook and Candy Crush. I have never played Candy Crush. I'm just going to say that out loud. That doesn't look like a fun game. It might be a fun game. Probably addictive, but I've never played any games like that. Alrighty. Okay. And then I'm just trying to get a feel as to what I have going here. Let's do on this one. I'm going to put another Scrabble piece. Y'all don't even know how long I've been on. Ooh, I've been on for a while. I may come on live tomorrow too. I'll probably be on for a while too. Gonna make some more stuff because I haven't been able to come on during the week too much. But let's see. Alright. So put that there. And this one just seems like it needs more stuff. Alright. We're going to put some more buttons on here. Yeah, I feel like I'm short some stuff on this one. That's okay. I can fix that. And then we'll put another button. You play Candy Crush every day? I haven't played Candy Crush. I can't even say I know what the premise of the game is. I remember playing Tetris. Does that count? I remember when Tetris was on Atari. Do y'all remember Atari? Me and my cousin had so much fun playing Space Invaders. I know I talked about that before. We played Space Invaders on Atari and Pong. Probably the most boringest game to kids these days, but Pong was like the shiznick back then. Okay, on this one I'm gonna put one more piece, and this is, y'all, I had to go through a lot to get this to drill this shell. I just want y'all to know that the shell was not easy to drill. I'm dating myself, girl. Yeah, I was watching. Have y'all seen this? You know, the special with David Letterman. He's doing interviews on Netflix. I know he did like one of the Kardashian women, which I didn't want to see that because, you know, I'm not into the Kardashians like that. But I think the most recent one is David Chappelle. I love David Chappelle. I got some mad respect for David for walking out on the man. You know what I'm saying? So it had David Chappelle on there. He was talking about the golden age of TV. That's what he called it. When they had like the music videos and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? That was kind of the golden age of TV. Y'all remember when MTV came out? That was in the 80s. And they had Saturday morning cartoons. All right, let's see how this looks. Let me pull this off to just kind of give it a peek. Okay, I just feel like this is kind of needs maybe one more piece on here to kind of balance it out. Let me put this back on here, and I'm going to put on this little checker piece. It's the Love Saturday Morning Cartoons. You was addicted to Yo Bill. I remember I couldn't wait till like Saturdays because, of course, we didn't have to go to school, yay. And then, but you had to get up early if you wanted to see Saturday morning cartoons because they were only on for about 3 or 4 hours, and then that was it. I was always like so sad when the cartoons went off on Saturday. You could see some cartoons during the week, but the best cartoons came on Saturday mornings. I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Schoolhouse Rock, y'all. I got the DVD set. That was some Schoolhouse Rocks that I didn't know existed. They got them on YouTube. If you put in Schoolhouse Rock, they got them all. All right. Y'all, one problem is these things are hard to see. So if you got some bad eyes, this is kind of not an easy task. All right, where did I want to put this at? I think on this one. Schoolhouse Rock. I remember my son, they actually had to learn the preamble to the Constitution. And I was like, you don't know that? Because you know that was one of the Schoolhouse Rocks, okay? The preamble. So I sang it to them, and they looked at me. I swear to God, they looked at me with, they had their mouths open. It was like, what is going on here? And I did the whole preamble for them. Of course, I sung it. I think I freaked them out a little bit. You had to do your chores first. We didn't really have, the only chores we had to do was like wash dishes. So it was me and my brother, so we had to take turns washing dishes. So I'm putting knots at the end, I think. Wait, before I do that, let's see how that looks. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I don't know, this one's turning into a bit of a monster because I feel like it doesn't have it's a little uneven to me. Let me just put maybe another bead on here too. Because somewhere it's lost its balance. Yeah, that should balance it out. And I can put a knot in here. And I'll probably make some more of these. Well, not probably, I know I will. Okay, that's better. It wasn't balanced for me. Ooh, Mad Max. You know, I had the Mad Max on VHS. And I never really liked Mad Max. So I don't even know why I had it. I used to like a lot of stuff that Mel Gibson made until he had his whole fiasco, and then I was like, you know what, I don't want to watch his stuff anymore. And I'm not really that kind of person, but I felt some kind of way after that. I don't know if he was having like a psychotic breakdown or whatever, but I was like, I don't want to watch his stuff. And I used to love his movies. I watched The Patriot about 50 million times. Braveheart. He let me down. You let me down. Alright, I'm just putting knots at the end of these. And then I'm going to see how this feels. Okay, so everything's all balanced, but I'm putting this back on here because you can see how it's all bent up and stuff. We're going to straighten that out with a little light. And you only need just a little bit. See, and that straighten that right out. Like, it's like steaming it like a quick iron. Just a little bit. A little bit more on that. Alright. Y'all don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up helps the channel. I'm about to burn my finger. Probably wouldn't burn it that much. Y'all, it's still hot down here, but I'm ready to burn my fireplace. I haven't burned my fireplace probably in 2 years. So hopefully I won't smoke up the house. I'm gonna have to put a cleaning log in there first. But I mean, I can feel the difference. It's not volcano hot like it is usually, but it's still hot down here. We still have the air conditioning on. Okay, so I think these are all good to go. And so the next thing, wait, I have a little notch here too. Let me straighten up. Okay, now we're gonna put on All right, because remember we only have just this little ring at the top here. Let me see if I can turn it over and see. So we only have this little ring at the top. And technically, I could leave it just like that, but you know, we're going to put a little clasp on here. So this time, I'm not going to do the lobster claw. I'm going to do a clasp as soon as I figure out what I did with them. Because I thought I had them up here. I do have them up here. Oh, here they are. So I'm going to use the clasp. It's a spring ring clasp. So let me just stick those in here. Alright, so this is what they look like. Let me pull it up so you can see what they look like. I have a lot of stuff on my screen, so. Alright, so I'm going to pull it up as far as I can. And so you can see that's where you you pull that back to open it up. And then this part is where you hang whatever it is you're going to hang off that hole there. Okay? So we need another small jump ring to make this work. Alright. So here comes the fitly part. Open this up. So I hope you all are finding something useful out of this. Because I know this was a bit chatty and it was kind of more of a craft with me. Not so much a tutorial, but I hope I gave you all some ideas nevertheless. Let's put both of these on here. So this one. Kind of used a small jump ring on this, so don't you try to go anyplace. Just trying to make sure it's closed good. Alright, so that's what it looks like on the end now. Oh, stop it, focus, stop it. So that's what it looks like. So you can just clasp that onto something. All right, see you later, Mary. I'm glad you came on. Thanks for the thumbs up. All right, so that's what this one's looking like. So this one is done. So I'll show you how it hangs. All right, so this is how it's hanging. Y'all can see all the beautifulness. So what do y'all think? This one has a shell on it. I know the lights are kind of bright. So, and then this one, I needed to close this ring. It's not closed all the way. Let's close her up. So I will have these up in the shop. But like I said, if you all want one, I don't know how long it's going to be before I get it up. But if y'all want one before they go in the shop, just email me. I put my email in the chat, but it's Pleasant Creations with an S shop@gmail.com. All right, there we go. I just want to make sure that was secure. So we got 3 of them. So we had 2 that I did the lobster claws on. Very pretty. And then this one. Look at all that loveliness. Now the sound of the clinging, it is amazing. Listen to that. It's almost like a wind chime, right? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm excited about these. I'm excited. I like them so much. Look at that. All that goodness. I feel like that's a lot of stuff too. Yeah, that's one thing that I like about junk journaling is like you have like that feeling of abundance. Because even in the junk journal itself, it's like you can put so much stuff in there and it doesn't cost you like a lot of money. And then you can put stuff on here and it just makes you feel like you have, like you're rich, like you have a lot of stuff. That's what one thing I like about junk journaling, the abundance factor. Y'all, these are so dang on cool. I love them. I love them, y'all. If I could give myself a thumbs up, which I can. So when I get off, I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. It does sound like a, let's do that again. Sounds like a wind chime. It's kind of cool. All right, you all. I am going to shove off. Y'all can join us over at the Facebook page, which is Junk Journal Buddies. And the link is in the description below. And you can get your junk journal supplies and junk journals over at pleasantcreations.com. Link is also below. My email is not below, so if you want one of these before they go up, it is pleasantcreationshop@gmail.com. You're in heaven listening. I need to make that into my intro. Girl, you're trying to give me too much work. All right, you all. I'm going to go ahead and shove off because, you know, it's 8:30 and I haven't even ate anything for dinner. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I just wanted to come on with you all because I missed it and I was bored, and I'm never bored when I'm on with you all. So, y'all, thank you for joining me. Thank you for all your support, and I will talk to y'all later. So, with that, I'm going to say love, peace, and hair grease. From your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie, have a fantabulous day and enjoy life. I'm gonna leave y'all with some wind chimes. All right, talk to you later. Bye. I think I'm gonna talk to y'all later because this doesn't want to end.